Alright, so I've got some things to say. Is my first thing to say. My second thing to say is I'm disappointed. I'm angry. I'm upset, and I'm sitting on a starting soon stream thing because I don't have much else in the way of things to put in the background, and it makes me upset. No, that's not what's making me upset. What makes me upset is Destiny 2. Bandwagon time! No, fucking. Alright. So it's probably going to be said a couple times, but I hope I'm one of the first to say it. Destiny 2's Forsaken DLC hurts. It's not good. It's the same thing. I'm sorry, guys. Destiny 2 did the same thing as Destiny 1. I prove it. But I'm not gonna try right now. I don't want to. I just want to put this out there. This is gonna be like a couple minutes long, and I'm going to let you know that Destiny 2 just hurts. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find something to put because I want to talk about this, but I don't have anything to put. Let's just do this. We'll plop an image. I can do that. Add new source. I can do that. That's cool. I know what image I want to use. The great white shark. That'd be great too, but I'm not going to. Here we go. I don't own this image, but I think it's a very good image. Oh God, why is it like this? Why are you like this? Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? Alright, it's just because the image is so fucking massive. So incorrigibly, triumphantly massive. Alright, there we go. And then I just make it bigger like that. And put it in the center. There you go. Alright, there's the image. It's an image of a ship. I don't own this image. I don't know who owns this image right now. I found it on the internet a while back, and I use it as my background. This isn't my desktop, obviously, but I think it's a nice fitting image. Back to the topic. I don't have a script. I don't do that. I upload raw videos to my YouTube, hoping people will like my personality and charm. Apparently they don't, because I don't have very many people who watch my videos. Although I don't upload on a regular schedule, and that's simply because I forget to record something to upload in the first place. So that's mostly my fault. But I digress. I'm really off topic right now. Destiny 2 Forsaken. Back in D1, we were promised a few things that never saw fruition in any way, shape, or form. The biggest thing that we were promised that I was looking forward to the most, and that a lot of people were looking forward to, and were disappointed about, was Destiny 1 was supposed to be open world. Instead, we got a donut. Destiny 1 promised that what we saw, we could go to, and there'd be something to fight. Destiny 1 promised we would have a massive open world we could explore on each planet, but they didn't deliver. They instead delivered us a bunch of donuts. And while I like donuts as much as the next person, they get stale after having them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 days straight. Like, shit, man. So that was one of the biggest disappointments for Destiny. I was I got Destiny on my birthday when it first came out. It released 3 days after my birthday, I believe. And I loved Destiny, but I also was saddened and disappointed. Once the initial amazingness of, ooh, a Halo game, because it feels like Halo, runs like Halo, there's just a lot more auto aim or aim assist on it. And I, I want you guys to hear the disappointment that is in my voice when I speak about this because it saddens me. And the fact that they completely replicated the same thing that D1 did. Destiny 1, we had two expansions. The first expansion was alright, the second one was shit. I don't even remember what the second one was. That's how bad it was. Which it might be the Wolves DLC, but I don't remember. Just because of how bad it was, how much it didn't matter. When Destiny had the Taken King expansion, everyone lauded it as remaking Destiny and making it good again. It's not what it did. It added arbitrary things that they could have had when they first released the game, and they didn't. And upon releasing it and publishing it and saying, hey, this should make Destiny better again, there was a lot of fanboys who just went with it and took it out of proportion. It didn't make Destiny 2 amazing. Made it better, sure, but that wasn't very hard to do. Destiny, did I say Destiny 2? Destiny 1, The Taken King, did not make Destiny 1 amazing. It made it not shit, which is two very different things. When Destiny 1 had the Taken King come out, I was skeptical as all hell. And I was right to be. After I got Taken King, after very long waiting, reading reviews, seeing people talk about it, loving it, hating it, loving it mostly, I was like, why does everyone, like, when I got it and I played it and I got through it and I looked at it and I went, why? Why do people love this and not realize what this sets a precedent for? Why do people think this is what a game should do with its career and its life? And it baffled me. It just baffled me that they could take a shitty game, make it slightly better, and then, oh my god, the game is amazing. It is apparently what people thought, but it wasn't amazing. At the time, there were plenty of games that were simply better, that delivered what they promised. There were fan indie games that delivered more of what they promised than Destiny 1 promised us. And people forget that. They, like, they just forgot. And no one knows. I don't know what happened to that. When Destiny 2 came out, I was skeptical. I was reluctant. I played the beta. And I was like, this is probably going to be just like D1. I'll wait. And I waited. And I waited. And I waited. Until Humble Bundle had a free Destiny 2 when you pay for Humble Bundle. I'm like, alright, yeah, I'll get it because it's $12 and I'll get Destiny 2. And I got it. And I liked it because like I said, I never disliked the game for being a game. I disliked Destiny because they didn't deliver on the promises they promised to deliver. And they still didn't in Destiny 2. What they did deliver, and an important part of that, and the reason why people would like the game, and I can see why they like that part of the game, is the gameplay itself. Not the story, not the side quests, not how the quests are structured, none of that bullshit. The gunplay, how you move, how you jump, how the world reacts to you and you can react to the world was amazing. It felt like the classic Halo mixed with modern technology. The graphics were gorgeous. It looked pretty. It felt great to play. But that's all it was. It was just a fun game to play. And maybe that's their goal, right? But that doesn't mean that it was an amazing game. It was a terrible game. Destiny 2 mildly delivered on the promise of open world to run around in, but it still didn't, because it's just glorified, weirdly shaped donuts. I got the 2 expansions for it. The first one, the one about I don't remember. Not the one about the War Mind. The other one was alright. I think it was Trials of Osiris. It was alright. It wasn't great, but time travel never makes anything great. Warmind was horrible. It was a mess on so many levels that it hurt. It genuinely hurt me to look at. A good example is, why was Zavala even there? Why didn't he say anything? Why was he even there? I genuinely thought that when I saw Zavala at that point in time, that it was actually a fake hologram constructed by the Warmind to try to get people off his trail. It was so out of character for Zavala to do what he did that it felt like they had faked it, but then they didn't. And it just reinforced why I didn't like Destiny 2. When Forsaken came out, which that's a few days ago, like literally like yesterday, I read the patch notes. Do you know what it looks like to me? It looks like exactly like D1's Taken King. A raid, some missions that for a new campaign, um, some new items, and a few gameplay changes and balances that improve the game overall, but they don't bring you the thing that they promised. And to be fair to Bungie, I know for I know for a mild fact. I'm not. No, I don't know for a fact. I know for I'm pretty sure that to modify, edit, and add and subtract to Destiny 2 is probably the biggest coding nightmare that they could have created for themselves. And it would explain why they don't get patches out as quickly as possible and so on. But at the same time, why would they do that? I don't know if they did it on purpose or not. Maybe they're milking Activision, maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. It ruins the game. How many games can you list at this point in time that aren't more than 5 years old that you genuinely enjoy for almost all aspects of the game? Let's see. I liked Battlefield 4, but that one's 5 years old, isn't it? Let me go check. I gotta check this. Battlefield 4 came out in 2013. It's 2018. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 5 years old. Battlefield 4, right? Alright. It's 5 years old. And I liked the story of Battlefield 4. It wasn't conventional, and it was very explosive for a Battlefield game. But it wasn't as explosive as Call of Duty. And that's a given. It felt linear, but that's fine. They're trying to tell a story. They're not trying to deliver an entire experience. They're trying to tell you a story while giving you something to do in between, and also explain things while you're in between. It's weird. And I think they did decent on the story. It wasn't the best story in the world, but let me fucking tell you, I cried at the end. And if you didn't cry at the end, you're a heartless son of a bitch. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. The multiplayer, I played so much of the multiplayer. It was fun. It was great. It wasn't. It was good at the time, and people still play it. But you know what? you know what? It's still 5 years old. It's a 5-year-old game. Do you know what I love more than Battlefield 4? Battlefield Bad Company 2. Halo. Those games. I love Halo Reach. Hell, Halo 5 came out a while back. Let's see what Halo 5 is. Halo 5 came out in 2015. Alright, that's a given. 3 years. It's 3 years old. But I hate Halo 5 as well. The story's trash. It's a terrible story. I like Halo 5 because it's still a Halo game, but it's also not. And I don't play it because it's still a Halo game and it's also not. If I were to play Halo 5 again, it would be so I could go through the story after playing 1, 2, and 3 and Reach and shit from the Master Chief Collection. But you don't see me doing that because it's shit. The one before it, Halo 4. Let's see. I didn't like it. Everyone can agree Halo 4 was terrible. Came out 2012. Alright, it's terrible. Alright, 2012. The one before that was Reach. Probably one of the best, if not the best and last game made by Bungie back in 2010. It's 8 years old. People still go and play it. You know? People still go and play Halo Reach. But what do we do about the new games? The old games, like even for Bungie, the last game that was actually good from Bungie was Halo Reach. And that was 8 years ago. What happened? Activision. Everyone wants to say it was Activision. I don't think it was just Activision. I don't think Activision is the true cause of everything absolutely evil. They're a part of it. I think they're a large part of it because it's Activision. They're a company. It's what they do. And I can't fault them for wanting to make money. It's how they survive, and, you know, we can't say that that's wrong because it's the way they found that they can survive. But at the same time, I do think it's partially Bungie's fault. Bungie could deliver an amazing game. When Destiny 2 was first announced and there was the first inklings of it existing, people were ecstatic over it. The hype train was a massive train. Like, it was literally like 4 stories tall, made of solid steel plates that could go into space, because fucking why not? And then it wasn't. The moment Destiny 1 came out, everyone stopped and went, what? It was a collective, what? After a week, after people had finally beaten the game and were like, what? Everyone's like, where's the old story? Where was that cool bit where the prince came in at the very beginning that was supposed to be there? You know, where is this place and that place and those places? And it seems like everyone's forgotten its existence. Bungie made promises to us, and then it didn't deliver. Do you know who else made promises to us? It didn't deliver? No Man's Sky. And while they finally delivered, I genuinely think that No Man's Sky had nothing untoward towards them when they said what they were going to do, and then they released the game. I think that they had the deadlines set and locked, and it would have been worse to not release the game for them than releasing a game that's not finished. And so when they released the game and it wasn't finished and everyone got mad at them, they said, we're sorry. We'll fix it. We'll give you what you want. Just give us time to work on it. You won't have to pay for it. We'll fix it. That's what they said. That's what No Man's Sky did. And that's why when comparing the two, I think No Man's Sky is better because of that. Because they didn't go, oh, we'll fix it, and then they add a bunch of new stuff that doesn't fucking matter. That's not what the Taken King did. That's not what this new patch Forsaken did. Forsaken did not make the game amazing. It improved on shit. And putting diamonds in shit still makes them shitty diamonds. I hope this has enlightened you. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. I want the gaming world to thrive, but not just economically.